Welcome to Burlesk Custom Guitars. Guitars have been my passion for my entire life. Handcrafted by my hands to be played by yours. Each one I create is like no other. My name is James. Come along with me on this musical journey.
What are you doing, James?
I am just finishing up a bass for my client Brett that he gave me.
Did you do the graphics on here?
I did.
Cool. Can you lift the guitar up towards the camera so we can see the other graphics? Ooh. Very cool.
So it's going to be satin on the sides and then polished in the center.
Cool.
And then the back as well is.
Oh, wow. That's very cool.
And the logo's down here. This is an Epiphone bass that he's had for years, and it's had been played to the bejesus. It's got dings in it all over the place, and there's kind of one or two things you can do with a guitar that's got a lot of dings with it. You can either go with them or you can fill them and hope that nobody bops into them in the future, because if they do, that whole chunk possibly could come out and take the paint with it.
I like the go with it approach.
Well, that's what I did with this, and with the design and the look, I thought it suits it.
Awesome.
So,
Relic-y.
yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like relic without relicking already.
Very cool.
So yeah, it's once I wipe that off, you'll kind of see where I'm going with it, right?
Right. Oh, I love it.
Little bit satiny on the sides, and then the snake skin is going to look polished like a snake skin would, right?
Right.
Slick and wet, but it's not really not.
Very cool.
Yeah. Sign of the times.
ton of sustain that I didn't have before.
Brett B is digging his bass, ladies and gentlemen.
Very much much so. It's very nice. Not only does it look great, it is set up to absolute perfection.
Thank you, sir.
It just rings now. So
Yeah, that bass is killer.
I can even play slap bass on it, and I've never played slap on this. Probably won't, because I suck at slap bass. Very nice, James.
Thank you, sir. I'm very glad. I'm so proud that you let me do it and gave me the carte blanche, and appreciate.
Looks great,
Yeah, it turned out pretty cool.
and it's got a great story behind it. You like nailed it to perfection. When you wrote that thing up about what inspired you, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly it.
That's you, man.
You caught it.
I caught
Good
you
job.
in well, just from our conversations and stuff that we've had, and getting to know you over the past few years. I think it says, and everybody I showed this bass to, dude, I'm not kidding you, went, that is him in a nutshell.
And I was like the last person to see it. So
Yes,
it was very
yes,
cool.
it was very hard not to show you, and I'm so glad you liked it. I'm not kidding. When you waited that 5 minutes to answer me, I was going, oh my god.
I'm sorry, I was actually bathing my daughter.
Well, no problem. That
Kind of
comes
might have
first.
gotten a little trouble for even responding.
Well, right on, man. Thank you so much for coming by, and thanks for letting me have the opportunity to do it. And ladies and gentlemen, Brett B from Envy here in Calgary.
And J. Coda Walker.
J. Coda Walker as well. Hello, kids. I'm trying to do this without Lori because she's out doing important Lori things. This is a guitar I got in about December, so we're talking probably about 5 or 6 months ago. And I just did a once over on it real quick, and did a setup on it for a regular customer of mine. And he brought it back in because he was having some problems with frets dying and notes dying on him. And I just wanted to show you what happens over the course of one of our fabulous Calgary winters. It's kind of hard to hear, but I'm going to show you the squeaky fret thing. And what that means, when you hear a squeaky fret, it means it's loose. There's a couple of ways of finding out if you got squeaky frets. One is beveling the edges, and the other is by crowning, or in some cases when you're even leveling you can hear it, but it's usually when you're crowning because of the vibration. So I'm going to show you as best I can. I'm trying to hold this and do it, you know, as best I can. Anyway, so bear with me. So here's a fret that's fine. Hear it? Sounds fine. I'm going to go to this one now. Hear it squeak. That's the next one too. Means my edge is squeaking, which means this is loose. Again, another one. Sorry, I'm really bad with the camera in that. Now, there's a few more further down the neck here that are doing the same thing, and they've lifted as well. Usually where that happens is in the corner areas, okay? And because that's the most like this is when you sprout and stuff. This is where everything starts hanging out. So this is the area where it really gets affected. And what happens even when sprouting occurs is the glue is kind of separating from the wood because it's shrinking, right? So this is where our problem is. It's on the edges on this guitar. So what now I have to do is literally I have to go along and clamp all of these back in and reseat them. But I just wanted to show you that this happens because of a couple of things: shrinkage, drying, and shitty installation. Oops, I said shitty, sorry. When the neck shrinks, the slot is actually physically opening up, just like thousandths of an inch, but it's enough to over time loosen the fret. Vibration and everything has to do with this. So I hope I enlightened you. I hope Lori can make something out of this video, and yes. Carving a neck for a client, angled roasted maple with a ebony fretboard. I like to do them by hand, so this is how I do it.
Hi, James.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine.
Hi. You don't look fine.
I'm sanding.
Oh, yes. Well, let's see what you're sanding.
Sanding a rust bowl.
Ah, yes.
Just
Getting
before.
down to the finals.
Yes.
So tell us what you're doing.
I'm just doing the top. And then I'm going to polish it out with my air sander. Just getting all the little boogers off. Any tape residue and stuff right now. And then I'm going to do 1500, 2000, and 5000.
1,500, 2,000, and 5,000.
With a high speed.
Nice.
That guy right there.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
So yeah, this basically is just a Scotch-Brite 3000 pad, and it takes all of the anything that's rough on there out. And then once I get to the point where I'm happy with that and everything looks good and all of the anything that's like sticking up is off of there, as like you can see there's some here it's come off.
Yep.
So that means it's ready to go. When you see those little white dots and stuff, that means that you've taken that little piece off or whatever that was sticking up there.
Right.
So now I'm going to go to 1500, 2000, and then 5000 with a high speed, about 6000 RPM. You have to do it with, I mean, you can do it by hand, but it's so much better to have the speed of a high speed sander. Way better.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that right now.
Great. We'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Hi, James.
Hi. So, word to the wise. Like I said, you can do this by hand. If you're going to do this method and you're going to go out and get yourself a polisher or a sander, practice on something before you do it on something you've painted. Because you can go through your paint really easy, especially on edges. If you don't know what you're doing, practice first because you'll just disappoint yourself. Ask me how I know why.
How do you know why, James?
I just know.
Hi.
Hello. As you can see, it is buffed out. Polished beautifully. And now what I'm going to do is tape it all off with this stuff. This is a fine or easy removal tape. So I'm going to tape the whole front off and then I'm going to rebuild the guitar. I've already done the frets, so the frets are done. Just got to put her back together and voila.
Voila.